Hey gang, I'm back. Another day, another movie. I know it's been a while. I've been busy lately, life stuff and jobs, movies, that type of thing. It's been quite busy. But I've also been partying a lot lately too. I'm not going to say I haven't. It's been all fun and no games. So yeah, I came on to say hello and talk about the new Transformers movie. I think it's going to be good. Not great, of course, but good. I loved the show when I was a kid. Growing up in the 80s, 80s was a very interesting time for cartoons. You could basically make a cartoon about anything. I mean, I remember there being a cartoon about fucking like a Rubik's Cube or something. Like, it's just snorks. All these just weird ideas. So the Transformers came out, and I think the idea was we need a cartoon that will sell toys. So it's kind of a shitty reason to start a cartoon, but it ended up being awesome. And it's like, there's so many people out there who love the Transformers so much, you know what I mean? It's just, they're big. It's almost like Star Wars, same type of thing. They love it. A lot of people love. I don't know anybody who doesn't like Transformers, but then again, maybe it's just people I know like Transformers. Who knows? So anyway, the show was it was great because it was just so different than everything else. I'd never seen anything like that. Just watching the Transformers every half hour, every Saturday doing their fucking thing, kicking ass. It was great, and of course the toys were fucking awesome. My buddy of mine was very well off, and he had like all the Transformers. He had I had Metroplex, the big base. It was fucking like humongous, and he had it. It's just, he had everything. And I had Bumblebee, and I had like the cop car. I think was the best one I had. I didn't really get anything beyond that. But remember the old days? They used to make the Transformers out of metal. Those motherfuckers hurt. So yeah, the cartoon was awesome. I loved the sound effects for the show. I loved the music for the show, and when the robots hit each other, the clanking noise is great. And it's such neat things like Optimus could turn his hand into an axe, like just the Energon cubes. The voice acting and character designs were fucking outstanding. Like, I love Peter Cullen as Optimus Prime. Peter Cullen has the biggest, bassiest man voice I've ever heard, so it's very deep and resonant. It's fucking awesome. And his character design is awesome. He looks very sturdy and very hands-on kind of leader. He based the voice off John Wayne, which I didn't really notice when I was a kid because I didn't really know who John Wayne was, but now it's like blatantly obvious. And I liked Megatron's character design was cool. I like his color scheme, his big cannon. The guy who voiced him is Frank Welker. Frank Welker is really good. He's very he's got a perfect voice for a villain because it's very scratchy. It sounds like filled with hate, you know what I mean? It's very like fucking ruthless despot is what he is. And then I love Starscream's character design. I love Chris Latta as his voice actor. Chris Latta died, I think, in 1990 something. Let me see. I got it right here. I was just looking it up. He died in 1994 of a cerebral hemorrhage. Wow. So that's unfortunate because he had a very unique voice. His character was always trying to wrestle power from Megatron, and he was never strong enough to do it. But he had this really snake-like voice, so it just fit perfectly. And then at Soundwave, everyone loves Soundwave. The best Soundwave's voice still gives me chills. I think it sounds so fucking awesome. This is a snappy character design too. So of course they turned it into a movie, and right off the bat, a lot of people did not accept it. They said, we can't, this is going to be another cash grab, and maybe it is, who knows. But with Spielberg on the project, it kind of gives me a little bit of hope that it might be decent. Michael Bay, normally I don't like Michael Bay movies, I think they're crap, but this one here might actually be okay. It might actually be pretty good. He's had a very open dialogue with the fans. He's had he's always bounced ideas off the community, a lot of stuff. I don't know if there's other directors of this are normal, but he was very, very open with saying, hey guys, what do you think of the new design for whoever? And I mean, they had Soundwave. They were going to put Soundwave in, and then they changed his character design, and then they changed what he was, and they changed his name, and people were very fucking pissed off about it, and they didn't know they didn't have a better solution, but I mean, they knew they did not like it, so he ended up not putting it. He's going to be in the sequel, I think. And there's a reason why Bumblebee's not a Volkswagen Beetle, and I thought, maybe whoever, I think he's a Mustang or something like that, and I didn't really pay attention, but I thought maybe whoever it was, Mustang, must have paid him a lot of money, but it's because Volkswagen did not want their car associated with war or anything war-like, which is ironic because Hitler invented the car, so that's all it's associated with. It's kind of silly. It's free advertising, so why wouldn't you do it, right? It might have brought back another generation of Volkswagen Bugs, who knows. Anyway, yeah, they had to change that. So at first I was mad. I was in the mad camp, but now I'm kind of like, yeah, well, if they had to change it, if it wasn't their choice, then at least I can understand that. they changed Megatron into, he used to be a pistol, and they changed him into an alien jet because I think there was a toy makers were adamant about not wanting to make anything that looks like a gun because they just, too many accidental things happen. Although somebody points Megatron at you, what are you going to do? So they should have at least stuck him something familiar. Like they should have put him as like maybe artillery or something, but they didn't bother. They just went with the new design. So I don't know if I like the new design. He's an alien jet, but it kind of makes sense because he's always hanging out with Starscream and Thundercracker. Those are his main Soundwave, or his main kind of little entourage. Then he can go with them. Like he's always flying with them. And I like how they made the Transformers look really alien because, I mean, the cartoon, they look like high-tech robots, but they don't look really alien. In this movie, they look like alien technology. I think it's cool. And the new designs, they've changed a lot of the designs. Like putting flames on Optimus is no big deal. It's just, who fucking cares? You know what I mean? It's a little like decal that some hick put on a big truck. Who cares? It's no big deal. But yeah, I'm willing to accept some things need to be changed. You can't take an 80s cartoon exactly as it was and CGI it, put it up on the big screen. It's not going to work. Because, I mean, the storylines for the old Transformers were very easy to digest. They were, for kids. So, of course, it was, good guys beat the bad guys. That's pretty much what was happening. Even though it had a lot of shit was happening in that cartoon. It was very interesting. So I understand I'm playing Ninja Gaiden Black. Ninja Gaiden Black wouldn't work as a movie the way it is because it's like sprinkle of storyline, fight, 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 sprinkle of storyline, fight, 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 fight. It's just, it would not make it. They'd have to change a lot. They'd have to put a lot more story into it, of course, and make a lot of changes and all this other shit. So I'm hoping Michael Bay manages to get the elements out of Transformers that made it great, and then just put that onto a movie and give it the movie treatment where, there's going to be some laughs, there's going to be, character development, plot development, and every second that you're watching the movie, something as interesting is happening, or something that leads up to something else is happening, or there's going to be a big action scene or something. So I think it's going to be okay. It's funny, I watched a little interview about Peter Cullen redoing Optimus. It's funny, he had to reapply for the job, but I don't think there's anybody that could have voiced Optimus better than him. It's impossible. He's just got the perfect, confidence building, like awe-inspiring voice that you could possibly get. And in this little interview, it was for the video game, and he was saying it was an honor to come back and play, and, here's the techniques I use when I'm Optimus, and here's why in 1984 when I did Optimus, here's the choices I made, and all this other stuff. And then he's talking, and you can tell it's Optimus, but then when he actually speaks as Optimus, he lowers his voice so low it comes out of the depths of hell. He's like, and this is Optimus Prime. So fucking cool. Optimus Prime is awesome. There was one guy who was quoted saying that there's a certain generation between, I don't know, it was like 26 and 32, that if Optimus Prime was walking through their city recruiting for war, people would follow him without question. He's without a doubt the greatest leader our world has ever known. It's fucking funny. So yeah, I'm excited for the movie. I think the movie is going to be decent. I'm willing to give it a chance. Like, I'm not like some people who say, oh, you changed one thing. Like, you changed the way Optimus is not the exact same truck. I don't want to see this movie. Done. I mean, I understand they had to make changes, and I'm willing to be open-minded. I'm not holding out for this movie to be the end-all, be-all, nostalgic, But I'm figuring if the worst-case scenario is we just get a big-budget action movie that's got Transformers in it, and it makes you, a little reminiscent of your childhood, I don't really think that's, that bad of a deal. I mean, there's not a lot you can expect from movies nowadays, right? I mean, fuck. We're in a pretty sad state for movies, music, pretty much everything. It's terrible, I know. So yeah, guys, I thought I would come on and talk shop. It was a lot of fun. I'll be back on soon, guys, don't worry.